So, the first thing I did before I got to Switzerland was inquire on what the commonalities of the students were, mainly technology. And what I learned quickly is that every student was issued an iPad, and also was told that they may or may not have laptops, they may or may not have other applications. So the common denominator was Apple and iPad. And so the obvious choice was Apple Numbers. It's free and it's readily available to anybody that owns an iPad. So given that, I decided to framework the simulation within Apple Numbers. And I have to be honest, in the beginning, there was quite a bit of trepidation with that, because as a company, we're used to building and wireframing and developing advanced analytics operations and software in an advanced paradigm. So, but what I quickly understood was that Apple Numbers has changed quite a bit over the last 5-10 years. And it's an amazingly simple and flexible tool. So we designed and frameworked the simulation and the gamification all within Apple Numbers. So in this way, the students could access it quickly and were able to grasp the functions of the game itself very quickly. And so we were really happy with that. You know, the learning outcomes, so essentially I was taught to bring in and teach data-driven decision making. And through the gamification process, each student was given $1 billion in fictitious money and were literally asked to make data-driven decisions. They had 16 forecasts that they had to make over an 8-week span, ranging from COVID case forecasts to corporate earnings forecasts to movie release forecasts. And what they did was they had used some of the tools that we had taught over the 8 weeks and used that to make predictions. And with that, they had filled in the Apple number template their predictions and how much investment they were going to make for each prediction, thus that becoming their data-driven decision process. And it was amazing because that process really taught me and the guys back in California that were running the back-end dashboards for the results of all of this, that the students, even if they knew very little about data, analytics, statistics, we saw an evolution and a progression, even with the most fundamental of experience that a student had over the 8 weeks and over the course of 16 predictions. They learned very quickly. The majority of students had a material improvement, and a lot of that, I believe, is owed to Apple Numbers because that was the platform that allowed them to learn what a simple database looked like, what a formula within a cell looked like, and how they can manipulate data, how they could actually create a what-if scenario. So we were pretty happy. I mean, you know, in the beginning, we were sort of almost forced to use Apple Numbers because that was the only data-based type product or app that we could use. But at the end of the day, the flexibility of Apple Numbers in conjunction with Keynote was phenomenal. Very easy to use for the students' sake.